And we're live. What's going on, beautiful people? It's your girl, Nene Adams. I'm in the building. Welcome to UGR. We're on the couch. Guys, before you do anything, make sure you like and share and send this out to some folks. Let them know that we're on and we're talking about the stigma and the label of an angry Black woman. So make sure you like, share, send this out to folks. Join in on this. And we're also going to have two phenomenal women come on, and they're going to be talking about real estate. They're killing the game right now. I mean, I think at least 20 something homes that they're flipping and investing, and they're all in the, I think, Philly and New York, Connecticut area, doing the daggone thing. So if you have questions about that and you're trying to look into wholesaling or investing or flipping, definitely want to tune in as we have them on, and you can ask any question that you like, especially if you're trying to get into that industry, because right now it is booming. But before we get started with any and everything, we're going to go ahead and bless this room, and then we get it started with the show. All right, pray with me. Heavenly Father, we come to you and just uplifting you and just thanking you for just another day. Just yesterday where we celebrated Palm Sunday, God, when people just saying Hosanna as you're going through and just acknowledging your grace and your power and just how wonderful you are. So we just want to thank you for that, God. And as we embark on another week of just ups or downs, whatever it may be, we just know that we have you, that all things will work according to your good. And we know that we will be able to push through and be better people. So I pray that you will get us through the week into Easter, and we can celebrate as you have risen. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
So, I ain't gonna lie. Today, I'm kind of a little tired a little bit. I went to the aquarium today, so I'm a little feet hurt, tired, but it was great just to go and just see some fish and some sharks, and it was peaceful. It was definitely peaceful. I'm not a snake girl, you know what I mean? So reptiles are like just not my thing.
What's wrong with reptiles?
They freak me out. Like I don't know what it, and I'm normally not scared of much, but snakes are just not my thing.
You know what freaks me out?
Stuff like
What freaks you out?
Like, oh no, man.
I don't play with rodents. I see an O or a cat.
You don't like cats?
I don't like cats either. I don't like cats either.
I'm gone.
Yo, cats.
Nope.
I gotta.
But I'm allergic.
No, I definitely.
I'm too old to say I'm scared of cats, so I say I'm allergic.
Well, you already said you're scared. So.
It's okay. Y'all ain't see this part.
Yo, so yeah. This week has been crazy, but it's been good. It's been good.
Yeah.
I can't complain.
That's what's up.
Definitely looking for. I left my palm over there. I made a cross for the first time. You know, you get for Palm Sunday. You get the. I didn't know how to make a cross, so I looked it up on YouTube, and I got a few over there. I'll try to sneak off and grab one, but that was pretty cool. I did that for the first time. So.
That's dope.
Man, what about you? How y'all feeling?
Why y'all looking at me?
I saw Kingdom Fellowship. They had sent out a text message and email saying, come pick up your communion juice.
Yeah. Did you get one? Did you get
it? We talking about what they said they could come do.
I said what they said, not what I did.
I was there in spirit.
Yeah. No.
There in spirit.
Spirit out.
I dig it.
Yeah, but no, this weekend or just week in general has been really good. Got a little sense of normalcy with the kids going, a little social life going a little bit. My daughter was able to get back into gymnastics, so it's a little private, but she was still to get back to what she loves. And she met one little friend that was in there in her group. Was only two of them, and so she was really excited about that. My son, he's back to doing basketball. Shout out to basketball. If there's any 11-year-olds that are looking for a team, come out and play with us. I'm always going to shout out recruiting.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, for real. We got tryouts tomorrow, workouts tomorrow.
Yeah.
So definitely come through if you're in the Germantown, Gaithersburg area. Workouts are starting at 6 o'clock.
At 6 especially, just for even conditioning. The kids been in the house. My son even personally has just been eating. So, even want the kids out, then get a nice little work. Hey man, that boy just been eating.
Have you seen him lately?
Yeah.
He got bigger.
Yeah, he sure did. You gotta watch it.
A meal.
You got to watch it. And
you
cook too.
Size 8. Yeah, I could.
See?
Put that out there.
Yeah. I'm about to start selling plates.
$5 plates on the show.
To upgrade 10. Maybe I go down to 8. Yeah, I get a little, work it out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a mess, yo.
Yeah. My weekend was pretty eventful. My weekend pretty much started on Wednesday though, because I had a bunch of shoots that I had to do. So from Wednesday I had to shoot, Thursday I had to shoot, Friday I had to shoot, Saturday I had to shoot, Sunday I had to shoot.
It's working man
So
right here. Y'all hear
it
that?
just kept
Working
going
man.
and going and going. So it's cool. And I still got a bunch of stuff I need to edit. Because it's not just a shoot. You gotta after you finish that, you gotta go back and sit down in the chair and just start clicking away. So my weekend was pretty cool. I think on Saturday, me and a couple of friends of mine who also do photography and shoot video, we went out to DC and on a late night, and we just got some shots of each other and some video or whatnot. It's just like we trying to make it a habit just to keep in the, not just shoot anytime we have a gig or a client. You got to be shooting constantly to get better, so you can try different things. So that's we're gonna make that a habit. But other than that, my weekend was pretty. That was it. That's all I was doing. You know what I mean? So it was cool.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
My weekend was full of non-COVID compliant activities again.
At least you got the first round.
Hey,
At least you got the first round.
I'm not gonna lie anymore.
Oh, well, you know what? Hey, the cat's out the bag.
I got my first vaccine today.
My throat just started tightening up.
It's tightened up already?
Wait a
Don't
minute,
worry.
you got your first vaccine today?
Yeah.
How you feeling, man? You
I'm
all right?
feeling good.
You feeling okay?
I'm straight.
You sure? I'm seeing
Ain't
some
nothing
sweat.
Nah, it's not the first one. They said it's the second one.
Well, it's
But
the
it's
second-
usually Pfizer that
Well-
they said takes you out.
Well, it's the way your body reacts to the antibodies.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, the first one, the body's
Yeah,
starting up the antibodies. The second one, the body should be like, all right, we in that thing, we about to fight now.
Yeah.
So I mean, right now I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which
so
arm they use?
this one over here.
Okay.
Yeah. And I still got my brake. I still got my brake.
Damn,
Oh,
he's
still got
official.
the brake,
They
Joe.
put the brake. You see how bright it is? Yeah, it's on
He's
camera. Yeah, that thing
official.
brake.
He's
So
official.
I am glad to be a part of the younger Black male adults that got their vaccine that has a voice that I can just voice my opinion on it. People, because a lot of people are like, oh, don't believe the science, don't listen to that. All right, cool. Well, you got someone that's close to you now that's not a scientist but has done my research to know. So, if people have questions, hit me up, and I'm definitely making updates about it. Definitely make my updates funny because nobody need no boring update.
Right.
We need the raw truth.
Right.
No sugar.
Right. Oh no, no
Right.
sugar coat.
Facts.
No sugar. I'm trying to lose weight anyway.
I'll say vlog it every day.
Okay.
Waking up.
Yeah.
You feel like teen.
Yes.
My arm is numb.
So I gotta see if I'm gonna do the Thriller dance tomorrow. Now I don't know.
Right.
I don't know if I'm turn to Michael Jackson Thriller part. I don't know. So I'll let y'all know if that moonlight, if that part happens. So
Oh Lord, y'all remember those Thriller dances in middle school?
I was so hyped. I was so hyped when they put me in the front.
Yo, everybody wanted to get on that show.
You
We was
couldn't-
like, y'all
Look at
wanna
mine.
dance?
You like, nah.
You couldn't tell me nothing. I was in the front.
You wasn't doing your little dance move?
Yeah, he was dancing. He tried like he wasn't there. He was there.
Nah, I wasn't there.
It's all good.
That was the other guy.
Oh, that was all guy.
Yeah, somebody else.
Get that. On this day with Day. I can't wait to hear this. What happened on this day?
Yeah, so let's see what happened on March 29th in the past. So, all right, so 1799, New York passes a law aimed at gradually abolishing slavery. 1952, Ohio makes it illegal for children under 18 and women to work more than 10 hours a day. Okay.
I can understand children,
Okay.
but women?
What you trying to say?
I don't get it.
It's okay. It happened.
What?
So 1961, after a 4.5-year trial, Nelson Mandela was acquitted for treason. Can I get my words?
Yeah, that's
So yes,
That's
that
a
is
fact.
it. With On This Day with Day.
I love that.
Yes,
I love
ma'am.
it. I also thought you had a word of the day too. Maybe I was tripping. That'll be nice to
You want
add.
me to come up with a word of the day?
Word of the
too?
day too. I think that'll be.
Oh, marshmallow.
Marshmallow.
Oh, you trying to add? I got this. All right, we're gonna come up with a word of the day too. What the word is, and I'm gonna use it in a sentence.
In a sentence, yeah. Please.
Marshmallow.
Okay.
Can you just use marshmallows in the sentence because you said it? I just want to know how you gonna say it. What you going?
No,
How you gonna slice up marshmallows?
It's an inside joke.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's
I have
feel
no
like
idea what's going on.
I just felt like
y'all go ahead and do that.
I just like
It's old school.
I just feel
Yeah,
like
I
I
don't
said
know.
marshmallows was gonna be in the sentence. I
I
just don't
have no
the
idea
situation is
what's
like
going on.
I'd rather go here, but our marshmallow go over there.
I got y'all next time though.
Okay.
Well, that's a bet. That's a bet. Is it my turn?
That's on you, man.
Oh man, this whole week has been kind of funny to me, man, because I've been seeing some things going on. It's a head scratcher. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta go ahead and start off since you got your vaccine, right? So I've been hearing some talk, and New York is doing it right now. My home state, y'all disappointing me. But apparently there's talk, and it's actually being done right now, of a COVID vaccine passport. And pretty much what's going on is
Told you
that
that
if
was
you
coming
want to go to like an event or some type of gathering, like a concert or whatnot, they want to put it on an app on your phone, and they scan the barcode to see if you've been vaccinated or not, and or if you have a negative COVID test recently. I don't know if I'm a big fan of that. Because you got a lot of people that don't want to take the vaccine for their own reasons. To me, it does feel a little bit like 1940s during World War II, where you got to show your papers to get around type of thing. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm a little weary about it is because it's like COVID, it has like a 98% recovery rate. And, there's other diseases where it's not a 98% recovery rate. So if you get it, you're pretty much done. You know what I'm saying? So, and we don't have any passports for that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just wondering, like, what's the deal with that? I just read the surface of it. I want to be full disclosure of that.
Yeah.
I just read the surface of it. So I don't know all of the details just yet. I am going to look it up and really, really get down to the nitty gritty of it. But just, from the guy outside looking in, seeing just the surface level things, that's the idea that I'm getting right now. I don't know how y'all feel about that.
That's private industry trying to save their money. Trying to protect their money. That's all.
Yeah, I feel like it's a bit of that because it's not a government mandate. It's going to be left up to private industries and stuff like that. Like, hey, okay. Now I understand why the like live performance, like concerts and stuff like that, because that's a lot of people that would be gathering.
And then imagine if you had a business and someone did come in that wasn't vaccinated or was sick, and then the whole super spreader event happens in your store or your venue, so now legally you're liable for that. So everybody, and
that's the funny thing. That's the funny thing. Yeah, I get that. But that's the funny thing. Like, how is it that business is now liable, but the people who make the vaccines, if you have an allergic reaction to it and you get messed up because of it, you can't. They're not legally liable.
They are after 4 years.
Oh, after 4 years. Yeah, that's you said. Yeah, after 4 years. After 4 years, they're liable. But the first 4 years are not.
But then also it's up to you to do your research to know if you're allergic to what's in the vaccine or not.
Yeah, is that information readily available? It is? Okay, well, cool. Well, okay, fair enough. People just do your research. Yeah. And if that's the case, if you're like, hey, look, X, Y, and Z is in this vaccine, I can't take that because it's gonna mess me up.
Right, and then they have some doctors that sign off like you have allergic reaction, don't do it. I know a couple people that actually have they're like, I'm allergic to all vaccines, like I can't do it. So they're like, all right, well,
that's fair enough. All right, cool. I mean, if you don't, you got to do more research on the vaccine, and research on yourself.
Trust me,
get yourself checked.
Before I even decided to do this, like I literally like researched. Like I was reading stuff, I was talking to doctors. I was talking to scientists, like I was looking at stuff. I was looking up words of everything, like what does this mean? Like, what does this do? And then, once I saw that it was something that I felt safe with or something I could understand, I was like, cool, like I'm gonna go with it. But I mean, the vaccine passport, I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, again, it's people trying to CYA.
I mean that too, but I just feel I think it's weird that you have a 98% recovery rate, and this is I don't know, man. I feel like it's being blown out of proportion just a bit. But number 2 on the list, I don't know. It's a little bit more not lighthearted, but more just I guess entertainment. I was weirded out about it. I couldn't even finish it. Y'all seen that video of Lil Nas X?
I didn't see the video, but I heard a lot of it on the radio.
The one that he just recently,
Satan
the
one?
Satan joint.
Yeah,
No,
like,
I
heard about
So-
that one.
I heard about it.
So apparently,
about the shoes.
yeah, the shoes.
Are they fire?
No,
Yeah.
well, yeah,
Apparently from
like
Satan,
hell.
they fire.
So like,
It's the flip for the Jesus ones though.
yeah, they have.
They have
You know the
Jesus
funny.
shit?
Yeah.
Oh,
You know the funny thing.
Like $15.
Yeah, I seen that, and
$15
somebody made a
or
meme. I don't know if it was Lil Nas X that did it, but there was a meme that put the Chick-fil-A logo on
I
it.
seen that.
Oh,
And it was like,
Yeah.
and it was like, my pleasure.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's like, I saw the video, and it's like, well, like I said, I saw half of it. I didn't. When he started, sliding down the stripper pole, I was like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I couldn't watch the rest of it. But I think this is a thing about where, a person who's famous doing what they can to stay famous. That's what I feel like it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, people do things to keep
it.
relevant. Now, let's be
Yeah.
real about it. I guarantee you that Lil Nas X wouldn't have did that with the Prophet Muhammad with Muslims, because them people don't play no games.
Mm-mm.
They will come and say, "Oh, word," because you can't even print a picture of the Prophet Muhammad. They will try to kill you. That's documented. So he did this with like Christian stuff because he knows that nobody's gonna come bringing down his door to try to take off his head.
Well,
Yeah, it's more of like a sacred thing. Even with like the Quran itself, like you have to pray over it. You have to keep it sealed.
Yeah,
So
you gotta
that
keep it at
really
a high place.
like that's just a religion that you just won't mess with. Christianity, unfortunately, like we'll have a Bible and it'll be on the floor and nobody thinks twice of it. But
I think society has disrespected Christianity so much that people can do things like that.
Right.
Because you just got a lot of people don't believe in it. But I also heard that a company is the one that made those shoes for him.
And not
presented
Nike,
to him.
right?
Yeah, it wasn't Nike.
Right.
It was a custom design from a company.
Okay.
And also I heard that the video was actually, I haven't watched it. I'm just hearing from different people, different blogs and stuff I've read, and just different people that I know's opinion. A lot of people agreeing and said that it's not what it looks like. It's actually talking about something different.
So the 666 don't mean nothing.
I don't know.
I don't know them numbers.
18,
I mean,
educate me if it does, but I mean, those are.
I'm not the biggest on symbolism, myself, because I feel like you can make any symbol whatever you want to make it, right? So you have some people that say NASA is a demonic agency because of the little red thing that comes out of the NASA part. Like the little flag.
Some of that stuff is honestly, I can say might just be coincidence. I mean, let's be
again. So that's why I said the older I get, symbolism to me, I don't look at it that deep. I'm just like, hey, that's just what the designer wanted to do at that point in time. But with those numbers being stuff in the Bible and stuff, it's hard. It's hard to balance when it's something you believe in. And
listen,
even when he first, came out to the public, that's when he started to do a lot of controversial things that got people talking, and it hasn't stopped since.
Wasn't he the one that had the dress on at one point?
No,
he first came out.
He did that. That was more recent, but he's done a lot of even his videos and been more expressive, more expressive and stuff like that. But I'm gonna be started.
There's a rumor that
he's a little young.
There's a rumor that he's not really, gay. That he's just doing it because the fame. Because he came out as soon as Old Town Road blew up. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what they said? Well, not speaking for him, but from what I heard, let me go ahead and say that now before somebody jump in the comments. But just literally from what I heard was more so he wanted to get his foot through the door first. And establish himself, because you know how it is when if you want to say you are this, this artist, that is gay, then you're perceived in a certain manner, or it's harder. So what he said was he wanted to get his foot through the door first, get established, and then boom from there.
I guess so. The only issue I have with that is you can't even really make. Family Guy said that show they will no longer make jokes about the LGBTQ community. So if you can't even make jokes about them, you're protected on another different level. So him saying that, I got to get famous first and then to come out, I'm not buying it.
I didn't say he said that. What was said.
Oh, okay. So what was said?
But
I'm not buying. I can't buy.
I don't know, because you can't really say that because some people still don't feel protected in the internet community.
I guess
so. You can't say that that you can't buy it because some people still scared to tell their parents.
Yeah,
Some
that's
people
the
still scared to tell
that's
their
the
friends.
parent. That's the parents.
But friends, some people scared to tell friends. Like you be looking online, like, bro, I didn't even know you was into that. And they be like, yeah, dog. You be like, oh, all right. Oh, all right.
Look,
you touched my knee last week. Tell play.
I don't know, man. I don't see it as. But then again, I'm not in the community. Maybe I just not seeing it from their perspective.
Yeah,
I can admit that. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's just
What's
like
wrong with the shoe though? What's wrong with the commercial?
So the shoe has a satanic sign on the front. It has like body. It has like dead bodies and stuff.
Okay.
It has.
So just more demonic.
Supposedly,
like 1% blood.
Yeah, it's like a drop of human blood in there.
Oh, okay, yeah, that could be a
yeah. That's like
that could be a
I mean, what is blood?
But
Why would you want
get this
somebody's
blood tested? What kind of blood is
it?
it?
What happens if I get cut and I bleed on my shoes, or I bleed on your
That's
shoes?
your that's somebody else's
I don't know
blood.
what
That's
to
when
do
you
with that. I have to wait till it dries.
Them shoes are
Wait till
gone.
it dry.
No, them shoes are gone. They
You gonna throw them away?
They getting thrown away.
You know. But another thing too, like the other part of the
What
controversy.
up, Melanie? Shout out.
Oh yeah, what's good? The other.
He like, what's good? Like, he know it. What's good, shorty?
I see the comment. Man, I done lost my train of thought. Thank you.
You said the other
I'm
part
sorry.
of Lil Nas X.
Oh yeah. He was saying that he's not supposed to be looked at as a role model. That's what a lot of these artists do. They do some crazy stuff and whatnot. You can, however,
right.
These kids now from like 12 and up have cell phones. They're gonna look. They will be inevitably influenced by these artists.
Right.
You cannot say that, well, I'm not, you need to be more parental, this, that, and the third, when you know damn well both parents work. They're not going to be sitting out there watching their kid all the time. Not everybody's a helicopter parent. And even if you are,
right.
I'm definitely
even if you are, you're not going to be in a room with your kid 24/7. So that, unless you put a whole bunch of restrictions on that phone, which most people just don't do, they're going to find out. They're going to see WAP. They're going to be like, okay, bet. That's tight. They're going to see Lil Nas X. Okay, bet. That's tight. You can't, as an artist, if you're making millions of dollars, you are influencing someone. And some of them people will be kids. And the funny thing about it is, too, he himself, a few years back, Lil Nas X said, my core audience is young kids. And then you put out that. That's what most of the controversy is coming from.
So do y'all feel, just as a group, do you all feel anyone that's famous or anyone that's on a platform has to change? Like football, basketball, hockey, artists.
I know. Changing like being a role model.
Yeah, because a lot of people say that. A lot of people say, oh, you're your role model if you don't want to be like. So do you all feel like when people get to that place that they should change?
Honestly, for me, because like I've been at that level, not so much WNBA and all that, but been in a role playing overseas that I had to be at a certain standard for people to look at, especially little kids and young women at that. So I had to conduct myself in a certain manner. And I took it upon myself as like, this is a great honor to do it. You know what I mean? Some people don't think that. They're just like, well, I just want to live my life. If I want to cuss at somebody, I'm going to cuss at them. Me, I'm thinking more of what would the next generation want to see? How we want to continue this game and respect this game. So I love the fact that when people go out there and be role models, be bigger than themselves, because you are representation for not only yourself, but your family, your friends, your church, if you go to church. So you got to think bigger than you. And I think when people take that role as role models, I give them a salute, because I think that's a big thing to do.
I agree with that. Even for myself, we're all humans. We all make mistakes. And I feel like a lot of people put a lot of pressure on people in those particular, positions. But I think just in general, if we all have the same rule of thumb of just living each day by a good example, you know what I mean? No matter what it is, demonstrating love, demonstrating peace, just trying to be the best version of yourself. If we demonstrate that without putting pressure on people, because there's too much day-to-day pressures as it is, and we all fall short. So I don't feel like we should always hold somebody high, but yes, live your best version of yourself. Always be a great example and lead by that.
Yeah, that's real. That's right.
Oh,
I feel like the guys, because some of the guys get on there, and they're like, I didn't sign up to be a role model.
All right.
You know,
All
and
they're
I
doing
get
is
it.
chasing the dream.
Chasing the dream, right?
That's it.
But sometimes it comes with the territory. And I
Right.
get it. You want to do certain, and it doesn't mean that the things that you do isn't role model like, right? Because everybody wants to be put in a bubble
Right.
or a box. It doesn't mean that has to be it. But
Right.
what you feel, your morals, your ethics is right for you, then that's what you should lead by.
I agree.
So that will be your role modeling tip. But
Oh, Melanie over here.
Melanie's going in.
That's
my girl.
What's she saying?
What up?
Nah, well, she said.
She talking about somebody's mom?
She ready to start the
Now
conversation?
she ready to start the combo.
thought she talking about somebody's
Cardi
mom.
B says that she makes music for adults, which I agree with. I mean,
Right.
it's obviously adult music, but you perform the adult tracks on the Grammys, which kids watch.
See, and again,
But
that's
the
all
parent-
about
but the parent,
censorship.
right.
You gotta understand what acceptable in your household may not be acceptable
Right.
to somebody else. So I even tell, like, if people come over my house, I tell them, listen, my children only watch PG-13 and under, with still certain things you gotta watch in PG-13 because
Yeah.
they express. So I like literally monitor. You know, I give them their sense of, you know, having that, but I do monitor. I do have passwords. I do check
Right.
it. I check history. I'm involved, but we also have open conversations and we built that trust over time. But it's also really about censorship. So even when kids come over, I tell them, hey, what you may listen in at home with your mama, what you may play on here, you can't do that here. Because, you know, I don't want my, you know, kids to be seeing certain things. But like real quick, for Lil Nas X, just as an example, he makes great music for kids, but the videos itself, that's not something I will allow my children to listen to. Like watch. I will not allow them to watch the videos.
And I think you said something very valid. The fact that not only are you censoring everything, but then you talk to them.
Right.
And a lot of these
Agreed.
parents don't talk to their kids and they just assume that they're supposed to know right from wrong when they're getting pressure from their friends and all these other people's society phone. Like, talk to them, educate them.
Right.
You know, that's the only way they're going to understand about what's right and what's wrong. And then you won't have to deal with the, all right, I'm stripping on a pole, you know what I mean? Like, type of thing to make money because they don't realize what's going on.
I agree.
But you got to talk to your kids.
I agree.
Maybe.
You got to talk to your kids.
Maybe.
Move on.
Right.
Go ahead, let me hear it.
Vaughn.
I'm the devil B, man.
Vaughn.
I'm a villain.
Vaughn.
This could be, I'll just be the villain, man. Now, I you know, okay, fair enough. You know what I'm saying? Parents definitely play a role when they have the time. Let's be,
Take the time. You make
Take the
time.
time.
No, if it's important to you, you have time for it. You
But
can make the
again,
time.
it's
I learned my
also-
lesson on that.
It's also about example. If
Agreed.
I'm out here
Okay,
walking around
fair
each
enough.
day, you know, not only my example for my daughter, but I want her to be something. She's like, well, you do this, or well, your room's not clean, or you're this and there
Okay,
and that.
okay. If we're gonna, we're leading by example with the whole Cardi B thing, right? Well, there was a video where her daughter, like, came into the room while Cardi B was playing WAP on her IG Live. As soon as she saw her daughter, she cut the song off.
Exactly.
Right.
Because
So-
it's a kid getting grown for the business. That's what it was.
Get up,
And
go for the
I
business.
commend her for that.
And that's
That's
cool.
good.
That's cool, but y'all know that kids that young still are listening to Cardi B, and their parents are not around. When they go to school, your kids are
So
free.
is that
You're
her
right,
fault?
especially
That's
when
a
they have a
totally different
phone.
thing,
I always
That's a
look,
totally different issue.
I always
though.
tell my kids, you're gonna be around kids that may listen to certain things. You know what you're supposed to do, what you're not. If you're gonna end up listening to the song, you better listen to the clean version. But I prefer nothing. But if anything, you know, at the end of the day, they may come into it. Listen to the clean version, or if not,
Okay.
you fuck, nah.
All right,
Because
so
we listened to some songs
Yeah.
back in our
Yeah,
day.
we did. But
Yeah, but the
Why
funny
you
thing about
always-
that, the funny
You ain't gotta say too much.
the funny thing about that,
No.
there was the radio version, which almost everybody listened to, and
Yeah.
the clean version, which you got to go find. Now it's just there.
Yeah.
We had to find that stuff and come across it. Let's think about it.
It's
for a
not
minute.
our fault.
Don't get
The
your kids
technology,
YouTube
sped up.
kids. You can't get on nothing.
Right. We had to
YouTube
find
sped-
these things. We had to really like search.
Oh man, we had to
This-
look for the kids. They just typed it in their phone.
This
Vaughn,
one
you
they
We
sound
had to wait
old,
till after
Vaughn.
9 o'clock.
Right.
Vaughn.
3 minutes.
Vaughn, you sound old, okay? BET Uncut came on 3 o'clock in the morning. How many people stayed up to watch BET Uncut?
A lot.
Exactly.
I did.
Exactly.
Y'all know what this is.
Exactly.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. So exactly.
Ain't no more dial up.
Exactly.
So like,
Well, I'm
come on,
serious,
man, like, nah, but I understand though. Definitely, a lot of the responsibility, like you were saying that, it definitely falls on the parents. I will agree with that. But there is a flip side that a lot of parents are just not around enough time to monitor that.
Yeah. So that way, even if not, just instill certain values in them so they know right from wrong, what is acceptable and what's not. That's all you can do.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Because I'm
I
gonna
don't know
find
about
out.
that.
My kid. So
And
let me
you
have no
already
kids.
know. They gonna have to see me.
What happened?
Yeah. I would have another one, but I don't know if I should say. I don't know if we should go in that route. We'll just
Well, no, we're gonna have to because we can't even do the angry woman because it's already 7:41.
Oh, well, let's get the guest on. Come on.
No, you can talk about the angry.
Talk about what your last little thing,
No,
and then we get our guest on.
Let's get the guest
we'll
on.
do this
Actually,
next
you know what? I do want to talk about the angry woman. Angry black woman.
We're not gonna have enough time to talk about her.
Why not?
You should talk about her.
It is one per now. It has become
Hey, I thought
a
about
I mean,
her.
It's
Yeah.
her. Okay.
I'm
No,
just saying,
no,
y'all,
let's take like 5 minutes. Let's
It's
take
carbon
5 minutes.
copies.
All right.
Let's take
And then
5 minutes. The angry.
sorry.
We're talking about the angry black woman.
the label.
Why are you laughing?
Because it's very true.
Whoa.
In some circumstances. Oh wow. Shots fired.
Don't worry, all next month
nah.
is gonna be about men.
So we do have a situation where, well, at least for me personally, with my experience, I do run into women, well, black women that definitely have a chip on their shoulder and they definitely are super aggressive. And I'm not like that. So a lot of the times I get the perception of being like soft, or I can just easily walk over him. But when it comes to me, I'm like, nah, I got lines, but I'm not going to be arguing with you constantly.
I talked about this last week on my podcast. It's about the alpha male and alpha female, right? So the conversation started with, can an alpha male and an alpha female cohabitate together, right?
Not really.
One, and then two, and then two. The second part was a lot of women was like, oh well, I don't ever really find an alpha male. I don't ever see an alpha male. Well, I tell you, every man has an alpha male in them. They just got to be put in a situation for it to come out. Every man's not gonna be an alpha male all the time because that's exhausting. It is exhausting to be a leader all the time. Prime example, being a celebrity and you gotta be a role model all the time. That's exhausting. Sometimes they want to sit back and smoke some weed and don't have to worry about somebody like, why are you smoking weed?
Yeah.
So I think so my take on the angry black woman is I'm like in the middle, right? This is the reason why I say I'm in the middle. Because I understand what the black woman has to go through, right? The black woman has to go through the result of what the black male has to go through, right? And then the black woman also has their own subset of things that they go through just from being a black woman. I feel like some black women
I see how you try to like
don't know.
He's real treading.
Don't know how.
He doggy
don't know how.
paddling.
Say one word.
Some black
That's a great
women.
question.
Some black women don't know how to trust a black male to understand that you don't have to be so aggressive with him all the time. But a lot of black men don't know how to show a woman that it's comfortable enough for her to be not so aggressive around him all the time. Like it's okay to put your guards down around me. So that's what I think.
That's a great. Actually, you had a really great question that just came up, and it says, "Why is an assertive woman always perceived as aggressive or angry?"
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like sometimes it comes at the wrong time. Prime example: how many people do you all know that was like, I'll tell anybody, I'll tell them off the first thing that come off the top of my head, but like you don't even really know. Like so, like prime example. I'm trying to think of something simple that a woman. Vaughn, give me something simple give me something simple that you can think of that a woman will go off of.
Like go crazy
Yeah.
off of?
We can be upset like if you forgot something, like as far as like we were supposed to go on a date or something like that, and you just literally forgot.
So that's a good thing, right? So a man can literally forget a date. And some women literally go straight off the top, like, oh, see, that's, you know what? You probably did mess with all these other women. You don't even care about me and all this other types of stuff. And do be like, bro, I literally like just forgot about. I just
forgot about it because I just paid the rent because I had to work extra 10 hours to make sure things got paid. I forgot.
It's like that was a little personal for him.
No, I'm just saying there are things that are on men's minds that definitely overfill the teacup. It happens.
I agree.
and to be attacked
Okay.
by and be attacked.
Oh, she ready.
No. See,
It's
again,
wild.
just right now, even me just saying, okay, I'm about to speak.
Right.
Y'all might think she about to come in here like
Oh,
a
so
lion.
I didn't say
And
that.
again, no, but the perception from the face, and again, some might consider myself an alpha female, in which some manners that I'm very direct. I am open to speaking how I feel, whether I agree with something, disagree with something, but I always do it in a respectable manner. I think the key concept is being able to control your emotions, no matter who you are. But I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm big on the whole like y'all or in groups and forums. No matter what race you are, everybody has issues or has forms of aggression. In each race. But at the same time, if I come to you and I'm saying like, hey, I was really looking forward to, our date tonight, didn't communicate, didn't hear from you. Like, I'm passionate. I'm like, yo, like, why didn't you communicate and let me know what's going on? I could have made other plans to find a sitter. So it's also a level of disrespect, but then y'all want to internalize and say, yo, you tripping, you mad, yo, she got crazy, she did it. No, you inconvenienced me. You didn't communicate. So I'm openly telling you how I feel instead of just being like, ignoring my feelings and sitting back and saying, oh no, it's okay. Don't even worry about it. And then we go on about something. Now I'm mad later because it came up or something, or you try to let certain behaviors go ignored, and all of a sudden now you think, oh, I forgot about our lunch date again. I forgot about our dinner. I forgot. Well, guess what? I forgot about you.
So the reason I said y'all and you, because the only woman I've dealt with is black women. So I can't say how any other races has been.
They're all the same.
But
women are women. Like at the end of the day,
I agree.
There's definitely differences when it comes to black women, Hispanic women, white women, Indian women. You name it. You know what I'm saying? There's definitely.
Have you dealt with all?
Not all.
Not the
ones. No, I haven't heard like personally, but I've talked to the men within that community, and the experiences that they discuss are very similar. The only difference is that their women aren't labeled. You don't never hear the mad black. You don't never hear the mad Indian woman. You never hear the mad Hispanic woman. You hear the spicy Hispanic woman. I heard that.
Spicy or
fiery.
Fiery
I've
or
heard
crazy.
that.
I do hear
sometimes.
Well, all women get labeled crazy at some point.
Yeah, but more Hispanic. You hear that more.
I've heard that with Hispanic women. But
this topic we should just say
this is why I said that.
This is such a lengthy topic. And let me just even say this. I know you guys are coming from a perspective more so from relationship. Let's talk about the black woman in a corporate America.
Oh yeah.
Just even in leadership positions in which you may, have a position in which you're saying, hey, I think X, Y, and Z about things or whatever. And it's, you're perceived this way as always, she's such an aggressor. She does this and she does that. And I've seen it. I'm in HR, so I've seen it all across the board. And in which sometimes where I feel I have to bite my tongue, to allow certain things to slide. Because if not, I am going to be perceived as that angry black woman. She's aggressive. She's being hostile. She's, this and that. And it isn't. So I've always learned, and like you said, I know you said some people get hot and heated in a moment. But that's the most important thing. Like I said, control your emotions and then step out and firmly speak in a respectable manner, professional tone as always in a demeanor, but say how you feel.
And I think so too. Is like when you're a woman in a male dominant environment, it makes it that much tougher too. When you have to either manage men or do certain type of things because they'll come in and perceive like, oh, she's gonna be today. But let a man do the same type of setup, a situation is a little different in perspective. So the fact that we have to be more assertive or speak up and things of that nature, they kind of perceive that in a different way. And like I said, when it comes down to an angry woman and labeling that, I don't like the fact that it's only with black women, but you got to think about why they do it. A lot of the things that are said towards us, obviously, is to demise our culture, obviously. And black is a symbolism of like negativity, like, the white culture likes to think of that. So if you label a woman as a black, like angry woman, they're going to perceive it that way. And it's just going to go and it's going to keep running. So it's just like, you got to look at those things. And we talked about symbolism. We talked about labeling. So all of those things can affect the black woman in the black community.
Viola, you got something to say?
Let's get some comments going.
I do. I love the comments.
I feel like some of these comments are directed towards me.
They probably
I don't
is.
know if they
Someone
directly
grow up.
towards you.
Bond is the angry male in the group.
Nah, I'm just.
He's the angry male in the group.
Hold on.
Bond is the Charlemagne. I'm the DJ Envy.
Damn, it's like that.
Most alpha women are passive when we can coexist.
That's true.
That love is
That
deep.
that's
Yeah,
true.
I feel like
Wait a minute, hold up. Most passive women can. Most
alpha
alpha
women
women can be passive when
Are
we
passive
coexist.
when we coexist.
So
Meaning,
I-
like when he referenced the alpha and
Oh,
alpha.
okay.
so. I feel like an alpha male and alpha female can cohabitate, but I just feel like communication has to be the number one thing. Like, you know,
That
that's-
communication has to be the number 2 thing, and the alpha male better be bringing in more money than the alpha woman.
Nah,
It don't even have to be
I
about the
disagree
money.
with that.
It don't even have to be about the money.
Totally
Nah.
disagree.
I really think it's just communication.
Topic.
Just a
We got to
talk.
have a
Just-
whole
It's
show
a-
about
it's a-
this.
We are gonna have
Now, I
to.
ain't saying you got.
Y'all gonna wait until
and you ain't got no
7:45 to
time
have this
money.
conversation. Don't
Yeah,
do
you're
that.
right. Okay, my bad. 'Cause I forced the issue.
But I was like, I got like 3 things to talk
Yeah,
about.
now we gotta
40
get
minutes
it.
later.
Yeah, all right, okay, my
We're
bad.
gonna have to do part 2 on this.
We got to
I'm
do part
sorry,
2. We
y'all.
gotta go. We gotta go this part.
No, I'm definitely
West
loving.
Mel, thank y'all for y'all support.
Yeah,
y'all
definitely West and Mel.
going
Y'all
hard.
going in. Don't worry, we're gonna have to save this for
That's cool though. I appreciate it.
we're gonna
That's cool.
save these
Bring
comments.
it in. Keep the comments coming. You know what I'm saying?
Big
Sorry,
on
y'all.
line right there.
I'm gonna be right here. I'm gonna be waiting for y'all
Black is definitely symbolized as aggressive. It is.
until we change the
A
perception.
negative
and
condens. Yeah, it
And,
does.
and the sad part about it, like we always said, it's on both the black male and the black female.
Yeah.
Like the one thing I've been seeing happen a lot lately, and I don't like, is the way the black race would be like, oh, well, the black woman go through this and the black male don't go through this. Like we try to pinpoint each
What
other
other
on,
group
on,
does
on
that?
the right.
Nobody does that.
And the thing about it is, like, if you really think about it, we know why we're the way we are, right?
Mhm.
So I just feel like we just gotta be able to respect that each other's going through stuff. We gotta know that the black community does not like therapy. So I think we need to have
encourage
one big
it.
old therapy meeting. Just get everybody, take them down to Capital One,
Calvin One.
and just have a couple therapists out there.
Right.
Everybody sit down and let's talk.
Yeah, people need to understand that we're all oppressed,
Right.
right? So what I'm going through as a female doesn't make it any better than what you're going
Right.
through as a male.
Right.
We both have to come together.
Right.
And we talked about this the last week. We
He
talked
over there
about
shaking.
two
He over there
Right.
shaking.
Two oppressed-
He over there
right.
shaking his
two
head.
oppressed
No, I'm not
races
saying
going
it
at
like
it.
that.
I
I
don't think
just
it's right.
feel like there's certain problems that if we fix that affect the whole group, not just black men or black women. If there's certain problems that we can fix, the other sub problems will be a hell of a lot easier to fix. Because a lot of these sub problems get amplified and become bigger because the problems we never fixed in the first place, the other problems, the bigger problems. So, oh man,
It's like putting a Band-Aid
I
on a
really want
Band-Aid
to talk
on a
about
wound.
this.
I know
But
what
yo,
you mean.
yo, we don't have a lot of time.
No, we don't.
Let's
We
get
don't.
to
We
the
gotta
guest.
get our guest
Guest.
on.
Yeah.
We
I
gotta
wish I
get
could
Mary
talk
and
about
Tia
this.
on.
Oh man,
I know we're gonna have to do a part 2 because we're doing a part 2. Bump that.
Yes.
We're just doing part 2. But we're gonna go ahead and switch over to our guests. And we're gonna talk about real estate investing, wholesaling. So I'm excited to have these women on, and they're gonna be talking to us about what they're doing up north. So I'm excited. Let's get them on. What's up, Tia? Can you hear me?
You on mute.
Oh, you on mute. Let me see if I can unmute you. Yeah, unmute your guest because they choose to
Oh,
mute you.
okay. Yeah, I'm here.
You good.
Hey guys, how's
Good.
it
We
going?
about to put Mary on.
Mary, she's just calling me. I don't understand why she's calling. Oh, there she go.
I have no idea.
I'm like, why are you calling me? You know we're on. Then you want to call me like literally as soon as we get on.
Let me see if I can scoot
All right,
everybody
bro.
on. What's good? I see you driving, Mary.
yo, she living life on the edge.
Oh,
man.
yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you though.
She has a horrible phone, guys.
Okay.
Bear with her. Phone is horrible, I swear. I hate
It's
it.
all good. It's all good. Well, thank you. Welcome to the UGR show. Definitely what we want to do first is have you guys introduce yourselves, tell a little bit about yourselves so everybody can know and get familiar with you guys.
Well, I'm Tia. Pretty much I'm a broker in New York and also Pennsylvania. I just started investing probably like a year ago. Since then, I'm on unit number 13, and have about 6-7 more in contract. And just trying to get more, really trying to get at least 100 units in the next 5 years. It's really the goal.
They go.
Yes.
Mary, how
Like
you
that.
sitting?
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Hi, my name is Mary Ann Heimovich. I'm a real estate investor and wholesaler in the New York area and Philadelphia area. I also have properties in Connecticut and Philly and Baltimore. I have one in Baltimore, Scott. I've been wholesaling for over 10 years in New York. I've been in the Philadelphia market for about 2 years now. I've purchased a couple properties over there, and right now, I'm on the same goal, trying to purchase, 100 units within the next, 5 years or under. So, yeah.
I love that.
Y'all making
That's
moves.
listen. I'm still on my first wholesale property.
Listen, you have to start somewhere. That's fine.
Yeah,
I gotta get
exactly.
with y'all. This is why I got y'all on the show, because I gotta get with y'all. I gotta get this first one this year. That's the goal.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
We have the
Yeah,
blueprint.
definitely.
Yeah, I definitely got to do that. But like, since y'all been in, your goal is to get 100. What is something that you guys look for when you're looking for an investment property? Like when it comes down to community, it costs, etc. Like, what is that?
I mean, the convenience.
We look for the
I
ugliest
say,
houses pretty
we
much.
really look for the opportunity. Yeah,
Mhm.
right. The property with the most, with good equity. We look for convenience like school district, schools, transportation, new developments in the area, would get us drawn to the area. Yeah, and a good building.
There's
We
not
want to
there's
maximize income from property.
Yeah, there's no real like I would say there's no real neighborhood. It's really all about the numbers. If we get a deal or we find a deal and the numbers work, we just kind of go for it. And when we say a deal work, we mean under 65% loan to value. That might be a little advanced for some people. So what we usually do is purchase price along with renovation. If that's under 65% of what the ARV would be, meaning the after repair value, meaning after we fix it up. If that's under 65%, then we usually go for the deal. If it's over, it depends on, a number of things if we would take the deal or not. But for the most part, we like to take deal 65% LTV under. Anything else, I don't know if it brings in good income as far as monthly. Sometimes we may not be able to say cash out as much. But if the rental is good on the rental end, as far as like a multi, where we could, maybe cash out 4,000 a month, then we would go with the deal if it's over 65 LTV.
I love that. I love that. I'm actually right now looking for a multifamily home. Right now, looking for a quadruplex in the Baltimore area. So I definitely got to get with y'all.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I do have a realtor. Don't get me twisted. Crystal. Shout out to Crystal Spears. She is my realtor.
Are you actually looking to live in it?
I am. So I'm using my VA loan.
Your
So
VA. I was going to say that. Yep.
Yeah, I got to occupy it at least for a year, and then after that, do whatever I want with it. So
that's a really good approach. It's really low entry using a VA loan.
Yeah, most definitely.
So I have a quick question, man. You guys both mentioned that you are doing most of your business in the Northeast. During 2020, obviously, with the pandemic and everything, as soon as it hit, without the vaccine, how has it really affected y'all's business as far as real estate? Because from what I've seen, it's been kind of.
I'm gonna be honest with you. We worked through the whole thing. I'm not even gonna lie. I think we probably got a little more done during that time than now. Everything was like shut down. Everything was closed, and we still worked. We worked through the whole COVID. Our guys worked. We had to, maneuver a little bit as far as making sure work stayed inside because they kind of shut everything, down. But nothing stopped us.
As far as material wise, some of the materials that used to be available quickly, got a delay, like windows, manufacturers, a lot of those types of things got a little bit of delay, but we worked around that, buying most of our, our supplies with Home Depot, because Home Depot, they made that stay open during the whole pandemic, so we were riding off of Home Depot to get all of our materials, like our kitchens and our windows. But even now, still, the pandemic is affecting, like appliances. I'm trying to find appliances for one of my properties, and it's just a headache. It's not a lot of inventory right now with that. There's a slowdown on production. with certain things, material wise. But other than that, I mean, what really slowed down, I mean, competition is still heavy in the market right now, and people are still looking to buy. And the only thing with New York, what messed up the New York market, was the occupants. Properties in New York compared to Philly, which has a lot of vacancies. New York has a lot of occupied, and you can't evict anybody right now. So that's slowing down my wholesaling business a little bit. But other than that, I mean, purchasing, there's always opportunities, even in this hard time.
Have you guys been seeing that as far as like tenants, like far as New York, that's a major city. Have you guys been seeing any like individuals leaving the city for more not urban but like suburban areas?
Absolutely, 1,000%. New York real estate rental market right now and it's like in the toilet. You have people that's still renting out here, but they're just renting for the opportunity. Right now is a good, if you do Airbnbs, things like that, it's a really good time to jump into New York because a lot of landlords are taking reduction on rents. But as far as people who actually lived here, a lot of people left, because New York was it's the money state. A lot of jobs are allowing you to work from home, so there's no need to pay $3,000 for a closet, when you can pay $2,000 in a huge 3-4 bedroom house somewhere in Atlanta, for the same pay. So the rental market here has really, really, really gone into the toilet. But it's still potential.
Okay. All right, yeah, I just wanted to know that because a lot of major cities, from what I've been researching, have been seeing a exodus.
Yep, it took a hit,
especially in the last year, and especially people were able to work from home. If you have a digital type of job or anything in tech, it just makes it that much easier.
Yep, I mean, and it's a smart move. I mean, anybody would do it. If I can make 70 grand, 80 grand from home and pay $1,500 in rent, why would I pay 3,000 for 800 square feet in Manhattan, with roaches and rats possibly,
Right. This whole thing is definitely going to change up what's up and change up a lot of rental situations in these cities.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the fact that the courts and stuff is still closed, so you still can't evict anyone. Even Philly, as far as
In Philly, they lifted April 1st, actually.
Oh, they're lifting it April 1st?
Yeah. I spoke to Miss Kim and the sheriff, the sheriff department over there, and they're gonna get April 1st, so they're gonna start back evicting people now.
Yo, Mary ready.
She's right. Yeah, because you know
why
I
have a property right now on 29th Street that I'm trying to get in and out. I was calling for to get like an update on what's going on with the file because I'm trying to get her out so we could, close.
You still
on the property.
Yeah, I still did. I thought you.
It's not good.
I
to
thought
buy
you
a
guys
property
were gonna move her into something else. She still hasn't found another apartment.
She decided to not be cooperative at the end of the day, and that's not gonna work. So now she gotta go.
Okay.
Quick question.
I'm sorry.
So, is it possible to purchase a home using an LLC? And if so, how was that process?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the thing is there's two different approaches with funding or lending. So you have residential and you have commercial. When you use an LLC, it's kind of considered commercial. So you cannot purchase a residential with an LLC, but you can purchase an investment property with an LLC. You understand? So, like our approach, the way we do things, we only purchase under LLCs. And that's just to protect our assets. In the event, say someone falls in front and they sue, they would only be suing that LLC and only that particular property.
So in that recommendation is, so if they have that LLC, is it you want them, should they establish that credit for that LLC before? Because I don't think anybody, you can go get an LLC.
No, and they use your personal credit.
How do you establish a credit on that?
Yeah, they use
your personal credit.
They use you as the individual will still pretty much you're co-signing for your LLC. So you still use your social, you still use your personal information. It's just that the business goes under the LLC. So instead of it being your individual name, it's under the LLC, which is, also has an EIN, but it's still all under you personally. You're still co-signing for that LLC.
Yeah, let's get it, y'all. We about to make this thing happen. And a lot of the people are saying that when you see a Starbucks in the area, that's when you know the gentrification is coming through.
Pretty much.
You know what we say.
What is something you guys look for when it comes down to gentrification? Like, how does that impact your decision making too? Do y'all jump on it soon?
Good for new
I'm gonna be
development.
it's development, and it's when you see a certain color running, walking their dogs and running at 5 a.m. in the morning, 6 a.m. That's when it's changing. Because once you start seeing them walking their dogs, then they're in an area, so everything's about to go sky high from there.
I mean, that's what people say typically. If you see someone that's not black, or you see someone white, whatever, walking their dog. But I mean, if you look at it in a different way, new developments, a lot more population, as far as like a lot more people moving in that has good income, whether they're black or white, in a certain area, new restaurants, new businesses around the area, a lot of new commercial spaces, that we know that area is coming up, and that area is going to generate a lot of money, or a lot of people that have money will be in those areas that's mostly close to the city, I would say too. The closest to the city, in any area anywhere,
I think we losing.
I think we lost
come
you,
up, and it's going to be Jersey City is coming up. I mean, Jersey City's been coming up.
Mary, your phone's going out. Try to turn your Wi-Fi.
You know what? I don't know.
Shout out to Jersey City, by the way. Shout out to South Jersey.
Yeah, Jersey is
there.
going up, boy.
Yeah.
Jersey
You right.
Jersey is going up. It's just the taxes in Jersey are ridiculous. That's the only downfall about Jersey, but Jersey is great potential there as well, especially South Jersey.
I feel like gentrification is not as bad as people. Sometimes an area, if it's been like depressed for decades, sometimes it just needs it push. Unfortunately, it does push out people that have been there for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
What was it, a double-edged sword? You know what I'm saying? Cuts on both sides. But sometimes you do need a situation where a city is just
somebody needs to come in and save it.
Sometimes it has to be that way, and maybe that might be the catalyst for people that have been there for so long. That okay, well, I gotta get this done. You know what I'm saying? I gotta actually start putting in work so I can stay here.
And that's what I was going to say. It's very important for us to start taking over our communities.
Actually taking care of them.
Taking care of them, absolutely. And actually owning more in our communities. We always talking about that's our block, and we won't own not one thing on there. We'll have the Hispanics and the Hispanics at the corner store. We'll have the Muslims at the corner store. We'll have everyone in our communities owning something except for us.
Exactly.
And that's pretty much what we're trying to change, and that's where we try to blitz and going into Pennsylvania and try to buy everything before they do, because at the end of the day, we're going in and we're gentrifying it, but we're also the color of the people that's there. So it's better for us to get it than someone else, because we still are going to rent to our people. We still rent to Section 8. We still consider certain things as far as low income, or maybe a parent, a mother leaving an abusive relationship, certain things that we can relate with our people that not necessarily other people are going to relate to.
Another thing too, it raises the optimism up a bit too. When you walk outside your house, you don't see the hood. You see actually some nice stuff. You know what I'm saying? So when you gentrify your spot, you may pay a bit more, but like your point, if it's us owning it, we know the deal. We know what's up. We're not gonna jump your rent $800 just cause. You know what I'm saying? It's like we gotta make our money, but we're making the place better. So when you
make
walk
it
outside,
absolutely
proud of where you stay
Where
at.
you stand, yeah.
And it's a big difference because if you go up to Baltimore now, you see a lot of spaces like, yo, I walk out and like, damn, I'm depressed off top just by walking outside.
Just walking, yeah, and being in Baltimore.
So sometimes that renovation, that some gentrification is absolutely it's necessary. At some point it is.
And then
To your
Yeah,
point,
definitely.
you want us to be the ones doing it.
Correct.
And then what we also try to do is we try to do a lot of creative funding. So, like one of my deals that I did, I actually teamed up with the owner. So instead of the owner selling me their property, I actually teamed up with them, showed them the process of investing in exchange, for my knowledge and to put do the renovation, put the property on the market. So, not only do we go in and buy houses, we also try to educate. So if we have an owner that wants to, do a JV deal, instead of us buying the house, we'll just team up with them and, we'll push that project for them. So, we don't just try to go in and buy everything. Me personally, I really try to educate, because I feel like this that we're doing, it's always been around and we're just starting to know about it. I'm in my 30s. I've been in real estate pretty much all my life. I've started from notary to title. I've been in almost every aspect of real estate and no one has ever told me about investing. And I feel like the biggest thing about what we do is education, because if I can do it,
Right.
we all can.
No,
It's just we have to be more responsible with our resources and our money, instead of buying cars and jewelry. And we have to really take our money, we have to do more together. Every race works together. Every race, the Chinese, the Hispanics, everyone works together
The
except for
Jews,
us.
the Hebrews.
Everyone, the Jews works the best together, and they don't even
do.
really like working with each other, but they know at the end of the day, it's for a better reason. So we really have to take more responsibility also, and not only educating each other instead of harboring information and like, no, I'm not giving it to you because I don't want to see you do better than me. Actually, not only educating each other but making more responsible decisions with our money.
Right.
And I like that. And we actually witnessed that, Daisha and I, when we came up there to see you guys at work, working on a property and fixing it up and getting things together. There was actually a young gentleman there that you guys were mentoring and guiding. And just to see that was very beautiful. So not only you guys speaking about it, you guys are actually doing it and living in action. So we definitely salute y'all for that. Like, we got to keep
Thank you
it
very
going.
much. Thank you.
Everybody got to eat, right?
Everybody, you guys are always welcome to come to Philly and do a tour on all our properties. And if you ever want to get involved, and you have my number. Whenever you're ready. We love this. I swear.
We definitely want to link back out because we're gonna
This
go to.
is so stressful, but I love it so much.
So much.
I would never change it. I would never change what I do.
I know. Hey, tell the people your biggest sale. What's the biggest sale both of y'all made? They can hear this.
Well,
What's the
current
biggest
property.
sale?
Yeah, biggest sale.
Go ahead, tell them about your
Okay.
$100,000 wholesale check that you got this year.
Oh, my biggest sale was $168,000, and that was a wholesale deal. And I never saw the property, and I never met the owner. I was able to just get the property under contract to a third party, and I was able to sign the contract to another buyer, and I was able to get the difference, 168, in 2 months.
2 months.
That was in 2013.
Tell them about your deal this year.
My most recent deal, I made 100. I got the deal for an agent. It was actually in a Jewish community. The agent was Jewish and Russian, but I called the agent and I was able to, build that trust over the phone. I was able to send him an offer on the property without seeing it. And then, I was able to get the contract, and I was able to convince my buyer to put the deposit down, even though we signed it, and then I was able to assign it to the buyer and make, $100,000 without meeting the owner again, without seeing the property, without even physically being there. And that's both in New York.
That's wild that you was able to do it with insurance, because they're notorious for only selling and buying from Jews. So,
Wholesaling is a good way because you don't use any of your money to wholesale. When you hold on the property, you're basically using your resources. That's all you're using people. You're using the title
You're just like
company.
the third party.
Using
You're
an
like the
attorney.
Oh,
middleman.
You're the
okay.
middleman.
All right.
You're the referral person.
On the whole process. So
But,
when you said
but
Jewish,
you
I'm like,
protect your interests.
okay.
Dang. All right, so we got to get on it. We got to. We'll definitely keep y'all around and on the show too, and educate everything. But I definitely thank y'all for being on the show today. It was a pleasure.
Thank you for having us. I appreciate
Thank you
it.
for having us.
Thank
No
you very
problem.
much.
Gems being thrown out here. I love it.
Absolutely. Anytime you want a song, just let me know. Just
Most
give me a month
We
in
didn't get your
advance.
biggest accomplishment.
Yeah, most sure. And
really
let us know when you're in the Baltimore area.
Huh?
Yeah. Let us know when you're in the Baltimore area.
She should be in the Baltimore area soon.
All right, definitely. We'll link up.
Yeah.
All
right.
right.
Thank you very much. Thanks, guys, for having us.
Definitely.
Have a good night.
Okay. Good night, guys.
All right.
Bye bye.
Let me sure I remove everybody. I think we good. Yo,
that was dope.
That was dope.
That was dope because actually I learned about the wholesaling process through Jasmine.
Yeah.
Jasmine taught me about that one, and that's what I'm saying. I was like, this year I have to get a wholesale. I have to. So just the middleman, I'm going, I see a property, it just looks like it's a mess or whatever. No one, it's vacant, whatever the situation is, and I would just be like, hey, can I sell your house for you?
Right.
It'd be a cash offer.
Yo,
so it's a lucrative.
Mess around. This might be our community salvation. Right. Real talk. Let's just go ahead and be the middleman, bro.
Let's be the middleman.
Be the middleman when it comes to real estate.
And then I swear it takes a team though. Like I might not be experienced in like the real estate business, but because I have a realtor, I can be like, hey, you go ahead and get the contract, make the deal with them. I'll split it with you. But that's where that community aspect comes into play.
Yeah,
you got to find people that know
once
what
people,
they're doing.
Once people see that you can actually make some money in it, they'll come.
They'll come.
They will. That's a guarantee. They will absolutely, especially in our community. They will definitely.
After I see her do her first letter, how much you need?
How much you need?
Yeah, how much you need? How much time? How many calls I gotta make? You know what I mean? So people do it.
I know that's right.
I know. For me personally, I'm more when it comes like stocks. That's just I like ones and zeros. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I mean, that's just me. Like when it comes to real estate and stuff like that, like I feel like you said, you need a team of people to work with. I'm just not that guy. I'm more of a, okay, just what I need to do. Okay, bet, leave me alone. You know what I mean? I mean, that's just how I am. I know that at this point, because there was a point in my time where I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do real estate, this, that, and the third. I'm just starting looking at it like, I gotta call how many people? I gotta do what? I gotta talk to who? I gotta talk to them. Let me talk about some of these stocks real quick.
So these stocks, right? We're gonna have to get into that one. But I know we talked about it. I'm gonna actually do hydration. Is gonna be a separate piece. But the only thing that's been on my mind though lately, I have been thinking about this. Actually, it's been a minute since I watched church online. I can't wait now that Maryland is open back up. I can't wait to get back into the house because this online stuff has been killing me. But I actually watched it. It was Palm Sunday. Matter of fact, go get my palms. I need to shake. Yeah, go get this on me. I've been saying I need
microphone down. I sent her on a mission.
Like yo, go get it. Bring that back. Oh, and those are for you and the kids though too.
Oh, thank you. She gonna make me get my own gift.
Damn.
Yeah. Y'all see these Jones? I love them. But no, seriously. One of the things that and I can't remember his name, but he was a bishop, and he talked about how don't let your feelings, the way you feel about something, create thoughts, and then those thoughts get you to react in a certain type of way, right? So he's like, you got to filter that. You got to filter the feelings that you bring into your body and how it manifests into different thoughts, and then those thoughts turn into like actions. You know what I mean? So that's just my thing for people is just like knowing like the people you're around, the energy that you have, the feelings that you get from certain people. Don't let it manifest into negative thoughts that you start acting on them. So I took that as real deep because like, I'm a very like an emotional. I don't say I'm too emotional because I don't like to cry in front of people.
Sensitive.
I'm a little sensitive a little bit. That's the Aquarius side of me. I'm calm, cool, and collected. So I am a little sensitive, but I need to know how to channel those feelings and not create these imaginary thoughts in my mind and then start acting on them. You know what I mean? And I want everybody to understand that. But I'm gonna have hydrations for the week because we're gonna break this up But this was a great show.
This was
good.
dope.
This was dope. So make sure part 2 of Angry Black Woman, because we didn't spend too much
We're
time
gonna get into that.
on it next week. And we'll also talk about some other things because we got to get on our men too.
No. We're gonna talk. Bring it on. Bring it on.
We want our men involved as well, so we're gonna have topics about that. But thank y'all for tuning in today.
Yeah.
Love being with them, and soon
Love
for
y'all.
next week.
Deuces.
Spread love.
Wow. Why y'all holding your breath?
Good,
It ain't